You're not going to believe this because it sounds crazy, but it's true. We don't know the reason why. We don't know if it was an accident or if it was deliberate, but the Mar-a-Lago surveillance footage room, from which important surveillance footage related to Donald Trump's handling of classified documents that he stole, has been flooded because a Trump employee at Mar-a-Lago drained the pool into the surveillance room. It sounds unbelievable. Bess Levin has a piece in Vanity Fair about it called, "We're sure there's a totally innocent reason the Mar-a-Lago surveillance footage room flooded amidst the DOJ's Trump investigation." Here's a report from CNN explaining what happened. Listen to how insane this is.
And what I am learning and have confirmed is that one of the things prosecutors are inquiring about is that there was a flood at Mar-a-Lago back October. Specifically, one of the men, a maintenance worker who was captured on some of this video surveillance tape, helping to move some of the boxes in and out of that storage room.
Yep.
He drained the pool at Mar-a-Lago in October. And when that happened, it flooded a room, and that room had IT equipment in it that had surveillance footage. And so we don't know.
Guys, it's just, can you believe this?
And it's not clear if prosecutors believe that this flood was intentional. It could have been a mistake.
Right.
But it is one of these things that adds into this constellation of things that just are suspicious to prosecutors, have raised questions.
Yeah.
And we do know, too, that prosecutors have received some testimony and some answers about what happened there. And some of the testimony is that the video surveillance system wasn't damaged in this flood. But all of these questions are going back to, did Donald Trump give some sort of direction, or did these people who were working for him, this maintenance worker and another man who was captured on tape moving boxes, Walt Nada, his body man, were they taking steps to inquire about the surveillance footage or want to sort of...
All right, you get it. Okay, so at this point, we certainly can't say Trump ordered anyone, hey, listen, how about this? Drain the pool into the surveillance room and let's damage all of the equipment so they can't get the footage. In fact, there was that one assertion made in this report that that was not actually the cause of the surveillance footage going missing. It went missing for whatever reason. We still don't know. But apparently some are claiming that it was not a result of the pool being drained into the surveillance room. But it certainly doesn't sound good. There's a very good tweet thread from Brian Allen who says an employee at Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence drained the resort's swimming pool last October and ended up flooding a room where computer servers containing surveillance video logs were kept, sources familiar with the matter told CNN. While it is unclear if the room was intentionally flooded or if it happened by mistake, the incident occurred amid a series of events that federal prosecutors found suspicious. That's the understatement of the century. At least one witness has been asked by prosecutors about the flooded server room as part of the federal investigation into Trump's handling of classified documents, according to one of the sources. The incident, which has not been previously reported, came roughly 2 months after the FBI retrieved hundreds of classified documents from Florida residents, and as prosecutors obtained surveillance footage to track how White House records were moved around the resort. Prosecutors have been examining any effort to obstruct the Justice Department's investigation after Trump received a subpoena in May 22 for classified documents. So listen, I want to be really upfront with everybody. At this point, we cannot say that this was a deliberate act or that it was ordered by Donald Trump. You know, sometimes in situations with multiple levels of people involved, they will keep the boss isolated for plausible deniability. And so it could have been someone else who said, listen, we're not even going to tell Trump we're doing this, but just drain the pool into the surveillance room and blah, 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 blah. It's all speculation right now, but it just has guilt dripping all over it. And there are those who will say, David, this is just too much of a coincidence. It's too much of a coincidence that in the immediate period where Donald Trump clearly lied about what he did with the documents. So then investigators said, all right, well, you've got security cameras. Let's get a look at the footage. They slow walk providing the footage. And in the meantime, the server room floods. Although, again, in their defense, they're saying that's not the reason why we can't get you the surveillance footage. It always stinks to high heaven. It's yet another one of these incredible coincidences, but we can't say for sure that it was deliberate, and maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just incompetence. I mean, let's be very honest. Trump ran on, I will hire the best people, and then he hired terrible people. And when it blows up in his face, he says, well, they lied to me to get hired, or whatever the case may be. We know, bottom line, we know Trump doesn't hire the best people. And maybe that applies to the same person who was both in charge of the pool and moving the documents. I don't know. I don't know why the same person would be involved in both of those things. It's all extraordinarily weird. I want to hear from you. Does this seem suspicious, or is it probably nothing? Let me know in a YouTube comment, in an email, in a tweet, wherever. And make sure, of course, that you are subscribed to the YouTube channel. Folks, we're pushing to 2 million subscribers, and I would love for you to be one of the 2 million. I've mentioned this before. I will mention it again. Last month, we just got very strong numbers from May on the YouTube channel. This is pretty interesting from a data perspective. In May, almost 4 million different people watched video clips on YouTube. Almost 4 million, like 3.8 million. But we have only 1.7 million YouTube subscribers. What this means is that there are 2.1 million people out there who watched clips but didn't subscribe. Remember, you don't have to get notified of every video just because you've subscribed, but it really helps us direct the YouTube algorithm to direct people to us when you do hit that subscribe button. So please do it. Let's go to 2 million. Let's take a very quick break, and then we're going to continue. Chris Christie, folks, I have good things to say about Republican Chris Christie. He had a very strong town hall last night after this short break. One of our sponsors today is Bon Charge. I have always enjoyed dry saunas. You get in there, your heart rate is up, dilates the blood vessels, can soothe achy joints and muscles. It's relaxing. It's just a great way to remove a little stress. Bon Charge is the creator of the infrared sauna blanket, which you can enjoy from home. Super easy to set up. Heats up fast. You don't have to have your head inside like at a traditional sauna at the gym. Nice for meditating or reading, getting work done, relaxing. I have found it to be a great way to unwind at the end of a long day. Easy to clean, sleek, lightweight design, easy to store, and comes with a 12-month warranty. And of course, if you don't love it, returns are super easy. But I think you will love it. And you'll get 15% off when you go to boncharge.com/Pacman and use the code Pacman. The link is down below.